Right now, though, in the middle of our second date update, Jake has reached out to us today. He wants to see this girl, Tricia, again. They had a fun, casual coffee date for their first date, and that seemed to go well.
But they did talk about going out on a second date, and that would be like more dinner. He's like, let's go out. And she was fine with it, but he's trying to reach out to her. Nothing.
All right, that's where we come in. We were able to get a hold of her. She's down to talk to us, which is great. Tricia, you there?
Yes.
Hey, Tricia, I know this is kind of weird, but we wanted to talk to you on the air real quick, actually about a date you recently went on. And it would just be a couple questions in a couple minutes. Would you mind?
I don't mind.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure?
Yeah.
Doesn't sound too convincing.
All right, well, let's just get to it. We want to talk to you about this date you went on with Jake. We heard you guys met online. You guys went to like a coffee shop, had fun there. He said it went really, really well between the two of you. He said that you were absolutely beautiful and a lot of fun to be around. He wants to see you again because I guess you guys talked about going out again, but he hasn't been able to set anything up with you. And we're trying to figure out why that is.
Well, it's interesting that he said he thought I was so beautiful. I guess that's part of my issue.
Okay.
The date was perfectly fine. Then I went home and, once we had met in person, I felt comfortable looking him up on social media because I didn't want to, spoil anything for myself before I met him. And I just was scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and it was nothing but photos of him posing with different women, almost always wearing, revealing clothing. Every picture was with a different girl, and I'm just thinking, who is this? It just didn't match up with the guy that I went on a date with.
Okay, so you're looking at his Instagram, you're scrolling, and you're saying that there's like a bunch of pictures of him with different girls?
Yeah. Every picture was a different girl.
You ask him about it?
I mean, no, for me, I don't feel like that needs any questions. I just know for me, I'm not trying to compete with anybody. And listen, nothing against these women. Like, they are gorgeous, and I'm like, get a girl. But I don't think that that's how I would want somebody that I'm dating to represent themselves.
Well, maybe they're all his sisters.
Yeah. It's a lot. He's got a lot of sisters.
Or his family.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got a big family. He's got a lot of cousins and stuff.
It would be a lot. And the poses he's doing and placement of hands, I just don't think that would be family.
Okay. Well, maybe they're close family. No. Tricia, we do have Jake on the phone. I'd like to bring him back on and get his side of things.
I'll find out who they are.
And we can find out maybe what's going on here. Would you mind if we brought him back on?
You know what? Sure.
Okay, great. Jake, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Hey, Tricia. I want to tell you that it's like those are just friends of mine. I don't know why it's so shocking. Like, those are just people like I've met in my life, and there's nothing romantic about any of those girls that are like in those photos. So,
do you have guy friends?
I do have guy friends. I have plenty of guy friends too. I got some photos of guy friends. I don't know how far you went down my Instagram.
Pretty far.
Tricia, are these pictures of just him and a girl, or is it like a group photo?
It's almost always of him and a girl. There might be two girls, maybe three, but it's not like a big, massive group photo. And I scrolled pretty far. There's really not a whole lot of, if any, of him with a guy.
I do a lot of promotions and things for different products, and they sometimes hire models and things, but we have photos that you take and you just try to make, people feel comfortable. And so, like I said, I'm not like a player or anything. These are just friends, and I
mean, you can kind of see, I gotta say, Jake, you can kind of see, like, if Tricia's just seeing this on your Instagram and you're kind of representing yourself in this way, like, you can kind of see maybe how it could be a turnoff for her.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't bother me if I see maybe a girl with a bunch of guys, like they explain who they are if I had any questions, and then the explanation should be the actual truth. And I'm saying that these are not girlfriends, and I'm not romantically involved with any of them.
Tricia, is this going to be something that's going to really deter you from seeing him again? Because he did call us. He did really say how much he liked you.
He does like you.
I mean, would you be willing to go out with him? Maybe he can explain this more to you, and this could be a little more clear for you.
I don't know. I know he says he's not a player, but he certainly is presenting himself as one, as somebody who really cares deeply about being surrounded by beautiful women and being able to brag about it through pictures. And I just don't find that attractive.
I wouldn't mind if you had a bunch of photos with guys. It wouldn't bother me.
Okay, well that's your preference, and I'm glad that you know your preferences. I'm not here to argue. I'm just not interested.
Okay, well I don't want to be with somebody that's so jealous. It just doesn't make sense.
It's not jealousy. It's the way you're representing yourself, and go for it. But I'm going to trust my gut, and I'm not interested.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I do appreciate you both coming on. I'm sorry we couldn't make another date happen, Jake. You heard what Tricia had to say. We're just going to kind of go with that. I do wish you both luck, and you guys have a great day.
Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, if you just went on someone's social media and that's kind of how they represented themselves, I totally see what Tricia is saying by being like, okay, what? That's all he does is hang out with girls,
right? Yeah, I can kind of see where she's coming from, but then on the other hand, it's like, look at me. I've got pictures of me and guys all over my Instagram because they're artists or they're people like you guys that I work with. If somebody didn't know me, so I mean. The guy said he's in promotions.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you trust him? I mean, is it his job or you think he's just a guy who likes to post pictures of him and hot chicks?
I'm kind of interested to see what you have to say about this. Let's hear it. 800-992-1099. 800-992-1099. Would this be a deal breaker for you or would you be okay with it?